for years, for decades, to live together in marriages. Not just beliefs now, in marriages, just because they're from different tribes. And yet some people are not able to do so. It is before the. So what exactly is happening in these marriages that we can't seem to be able to translate to our interactions on a day-to-day basis? What can we learn from these intertribal marriages? I think that's the best way to coin this question for us this morning. WhatsApp 009 6416 0809 030 6416. All right. Once again, if you're going to call us, turn on the volume of your radio set so we can enjoy and have a great conversation with you. Now, it doesn't, Jude. There are good and bad people everywhere. I was one of those who didn't like people from a particular place because of something traumatic that happened to me, and I almost died. Fast forward over a decade after the event, I'm in London, and now my now husband enters my life. Jude, the day I found out where he was from, I went to church and cried. Because somehow I already knew in my soul that this is my Mr. Right. And I was like, how is it even possible that even on a different continent, a man with the exact place can find me? Mehdi is in a chair. Mehdi, good morning to you, please.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, I think I have similar issues before I got married, because the woman I intended getting married is from Plastics. So when I brought her home, my mom asked me, what's her name? I said, her name is Kezia. She said, what is Kezia? It's not what's going on. Can I use it as a mockery? Being that I'm from the eastern part of our country. And they now used to call it Keziah. So how would I go and get married to a Keziah from Plastics? And that alone, discourage me. Another point, they raise the level of language and not to understand and not to know our culture. So definitely she is going to learn, but the name and sort of it is what discouraged me entirely. Still, I vow that I definitely am not going to marry for my tribe. I have to make sure I get married to whom I love. So definitely, it's not always easy. Even to my own wife, the mom vowed that she's not going to marry anybody apart from their own side. To the extent that the mom hold her and returned my engagement ring to me.
Oh, wow.
And told me that things are not going to work out at all.
Wow.
And this family is a family I've been good with for a very long time. But because of the marriage, and I'm going to marry my wife, that's my own study. The mom now said no.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info.
We'll be right back after this.
many Nigerians are not able to do. Good morning, welcome back. We're talking about intertribal marriages, and my question is, how can the country learn from intertribal marriages to foster tolerance? What exactly are the people who have married from different areas, different cultures, done right to keep their homes that you listening to us can learn from? I can go on and on of stories of people who are married from different cultures who are still married to today. In fact, one of my best love story and examples, of this particular conversation is my former classmate back in university, Abayomi. Abayomi's dad, I think it's passed now, was Muslim. It wasn't just Muslim, he was Muslim from, I think it was Kanu, right? Then his mother wasn't just Christian, and it's very interesting. Mother was Christian, but was from all the way in Ado Ekiti. You know what Kanu and Ado Ekiti are? It's crazy. That's how far, what they say, as far as the east is from the west, right? That's how it is. But no, like I said, that's a very unique marriage, because not only were their children offered the chance of being either Christian or Muslim, but they got to learn 2 different languages, and their father stayed with the mother till he passed. So what exactly did these intertribal marriages get right that people, particularly, I find it very shocking that particularly young people who should know better don't know? Why? Zion is on the line in GRA. Let's get to hear from Zion. Zion, good morning to you. Welcome to Hello Port Harcourt.
Yeah, good morning to you, James.
Good morning.
Thank you for this timely conversation. Honestly speaking, a lot of benefits were attached to intertribal marriages. That was then, not now. Now, the essence of most marriages are based on motives. Then people got married for essence. It was so intense and important that it built communities together. It fostered peace and development among people. Do you know, after that time, it was those days of our fathers where intertribal marriages have value. We from Bayelsa, I didn't marry from Bayelsa, I didn't marry an Ichodiki. But do you know, the need arises in that community I got married. We from Bayelsa can intervene. A lot of the young men that marry Igbo ladies today, how many of them have stood up? We are going to the southeast because of Sitato. We are going, that thing must stop. How many of us can do that today? But in those days, it was done. It was done. Because there is a war in that community where she married from, which is our husband people are coming home. Peace will be there. Reconciliation will be there. That was when people understood the value of intertribal marriages. Even when it comes to farming, these people from this other community try to come and farm for their in-law. Let their in-law own one of the big land bands in the community. That is how it's been done. People will go to the other side. And when it comes to the time of the season of harvest, you apply the same principle too. So you see that it becomes so envious to marry from somewhere else.
Interesting.
It became so attractive. As in, you see the unity of most of the New Yam festivals, they will take their boats to that community to celebrate. From there, expanding. But today, you can see no essence. We are just marrying for motives. I'm looking for who will come and pay my bills. I'm looking for who will come and satisfy me.
Okay.
So you see that even marriage itself of today has issues.
Yeah,
How much will it now add up this intertribal matter?
Now, but Zion, I agree. A lot of people have been saying this for a while now, that a lot of people these days are marrying for the wrong reasons, right? But when we actually look at those who have succeeded, not just in marriage now, but we're talking about intertribal marriage, which is why I ask, what can we learn from those people so that we can better our tolerance levels? Because
now the generation we have today, a lot of us, we know too much. We know more than our parents. What we want to learn from our parents. But if we can go back to the icon, just like this little story I've told, which my father told me, which I saw existed among us as Ijaw people, we can also study it carefully and draw the juicy part of it. Starting from today, all the Ijaw men that go marry to Igbo ladies, they come together, form an umbrella. We are going to Imo State because of Sitatomo. We are going to Enugu because it's harvest time. We are going to Onitsha because they even form markets. What is it?
Interesting.
It is beneficial and it promotes association among some communities were founded because they were going to the other community. They could not get there on time. They long side. They rested there, and that place they rested as a boat for overnight became a community. Before they now transverse to the other. Oh my goodness me! We need to go back to our culture and tradition to know how the importance and how these things foster us. Even the food we don't used to eat before because
people learn to eat them. Yeah, true.
We learn to eat them. Variety of food. Variety of palm wine. Who told you that from cassava it is only gari you can produce? Because we got married to somewhere from cassava, starch can come out, tapioca can come out, fufu can come out. This is intertribal marriages that brought the benefit of varieties of food. So we just need to study and implement it, especially to our children now, for them to see the benefit, work towards it, for us to foster peace and unity among us. Mr. Zion.
Thank you very much, Zion. This one here says, good morning. I'm a product of an intertribal marriage. My father is a northerner, my mother is a southerner, and I tell you, it's one of the most brilliant experiences I've been able to have in my life. I like the traditional outfits from both regions, and I can blend anyway. Unfortunately, I'm able to speak a little bit of Hausa and a little bit of my mother tongue. It makes so much sense. I can go anywhere. I can tell you boldly, Jude, nobody in this country, in this country, Nigeria, can cheat me if I go to the market. That's because I know languages that can help me buy things, particularly when it comes to meat, Jude. It is one of the most beautiful things. And my cousins from both sides have been so wonderful. I have learned how to do things that ordinarily I may not have learned if my parents were from one particular side. If people can see that the differences can bring us together, it will make people more welcoming to mine outside their tribes. Interesting. Thank you very much. That's from Aisha. Aisha, thank you very much. I'm guessing Aisha is... Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. All right. Aisha, thank you very much. Hector, speaking to us from Ogbogoro. Hector, good morning. Do you have a girlfriend from the north by chance? Tell us.
I even want to marry from the north.
Oh, wow.
I'm an Ijaw man anyway.
Oh,
I'm an Ijaw man. My father, Emil.
Oh.
My father is Calabari. My mother is from Igbo.
Oh.
Imo State.
Okay.
I think just like when it starts from where Zion stopped, those days it used to be unique. But modern marriages these days, I think things are beginning to turn in upside down. I really wish to marry from any of the Ijaw tribe though, but for certain reason, I also don't want to marry from any of the Ijaw tribe. I want to marry from other tribe when I'm ready to marry. Now, I have considered or observed certain factors why these days some persons frown or some people in certain tribe frown at intertribal marriages. I've got to observe that sometimes if the person, the man in question who is getting married to the lady, the tribe is coming from, maybe he is he has enough money or is coming from a wealthy background. And the tribe is getting married to the lady does not have money or she's not coming from a wealthy background. The guy, his family members or some of his kindred will begin to frown at it.
That is their own bias. That's them as a family unit. It doesn't. There's no reason why they shouldn't let it.
Not it even extend to the people that are not even from that family. Just because you are from a community with this guy and he's getting married to somebody from different tribe altogether. Some persons begin to have this sentiment that that it seems the wealth will now move over to that place. In case anything happens to the guy. Same thing applies to the lady. If she's coming from a very wealthy background and she's getting married to somebody that is not from that tribe, and the guy does not, is not coming from that wealthy background. Some persons need to have that feelings or sentiment that the wealth will transfer to that the man's place or the children's place and all that. So there are a lot of sentiment that comes with it. Another one is city marriage. I could remember my mom is Imo, just like I said it. Those days where they just married from the east, they changed their names to our native names, to the Calabar or the John native names. But these days it's not more. And that time, when the women comes, they learn the language of the husband and speak the language of the husband, and also transfer that same language to the children. But these days it is very, very difficult. Ladies of nowadays, a lot of them are not even ready to learn their husband's language. So when the children are growing up, you find out that because the language of the father and the language of the mother, they are not the same, the children find it difficult to even adopt or speak their father's language. They hence up speaking English in most cases.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that those marriages don't work, because like I said, what are they doing? No, I'm not talking about those days, Hector. I'm talking about today, these days. Let's say in the past 10, 15 or 20 years or 2 decades of people intermarrying, right? I like I said, I know friends whose parents not only are from different states, different cultures, even different religions, but they stay together. In fact, the man, who's Muslim, took his wife to church. I think when they were in their late 40s, in their 40th anniversary, they say, what, let us do this thing according to your people. So what were they doing right that our generation cannot copy and foster tolerance? This man and woman, they were married for over 50 years, Hector. 50 years. Why can't our children do the same today? Hello, Hector. Hello? Oh dear, Hector. If you can, please call back. I really want to get to hear from you this morning. Okay, Tamia in PH says intertribal marriages does not help. Rather, it's done out of greed. Marriage is about love or who your heart desires. A particular tribe is known to engage in intertribal marriage. If their sons are wealthy, they let them marry women from their own tribe. However, if their sons aren't wealthy, they let them marry women from another tribe who are from wealthy families. Interesting. The thing is, I'm quite open-minded, so I didn't have an issue with guys from other tribes or even races, but it was this particular town, this in a specific state, that I was like, never. I am not a Christian now, but my experience going to church to cry is why I tell people not to judge one's spirituality from their tears in church. You don't know why that person is really crying. So this people is committed against me, he wasn't even in the picture. He is actually a dope 1 in a million husband. My other half who loves me more than I have ever been loved. So I'd have missed out if I refused based on his tribe. Aww. It's a good story. See, she would have missed out if she said, oh no, you're from this place, I will not marry you. No, you'd have missed out. So those people who have had successful intertribal marriage, what exactly were they doing right? That they were able to stay together, work together, and somehow people today are not able. Look, during the elections, it was as though people forgot. It was like some people forgot that they have friends, colleagues who were from other tribes. People heard slurs, insults, because I wanted to vote here and you wanted to vote there. The level of tolerance was strikingly low. There were some who were vocal, who were fighting, obviously not with their fist, but with words of affirmation to say, look, this is wrong. And what clearer way to show the flaw or the fault than to look at marriages, intertribal marriages that have been so successful. 017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. And let's go to Facebook now, facebook.com/Nigeria Info. PH, facebook.com/Nigeria Info. PH is where you find us on Facebook and on Twitter this morning. Now, I'm talking about marriage, and I'm saying, hey, look, what exactly have these marriages done that have been so successful that we can learn from and become more tolerant of each other in Nigeria? How can intertribal marriages help in promoting tolerance? That's my question this morning. This one here reads, this on WhatsApp now. It says, Jude, good morning. I've for long wondered why it's so difficult for people to see that if marriages can work, that means we all can work together. If men and women from different parts of this country can come together, raise lovely children, we also can raise lovely citizens. But there are those who would still opine to stick to their old ways to promote, in quotes, their own culture at the detriment of others. Oh dear, that's a drop call scenario. Apologies. All right, Jude, we lost all these historical intermarriages, benefits, and cultural acceptance by Nigerians because we feel we know more than our forefathers. For the record, I am from Delta and I married a grey lady. That's Barack Wills. Thank you very much. When you realize that you and your partner are not your tribes, you are a team, and difference doesn't always mean better. Sometimes it just means different. So, for the fact that folks from your tribe do things differently from mine doesn't always mean it is bad. It just means different. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, I have found my comment of the day. I like to realize that you are a partner and not your tribes. You are a team, and different doesn't always mean better. Sometimes it just means different. So the fact that folks from your tribe do things differently from mine doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's different. That's all. That's all it means. It means it's different. You like to fry your gari with oil. No problem. My community, we don't like to fry our gari with oil. It's just different. It doesn't mean mine is better, yours is worse, or yours is better, or mine is worse. It's just different. That's it. There's no esoteric, rocket scientific, astrophysical issues here. It's just different. I'm not bad, I'm not good. I'm just different. 92.3. Good morning.
Video mode up.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Or rather, good morning, Mr. Jude.
Good morning. It's still morning. Yes, please. Welcome.
Yeah, how are you today?
Very well. Thank you for joining us, please.
I've been following your program.
Thank you for calling, please.
I want to contribute a little.
Yes, please. We have about 2 minutes for you. Go on.
My name is Jonathan.
Welcome, Jonathan.
All right, thank you. You asked the question of why marriages of the time past lasting, while of this generation attends. I've attended the wedding that lasted only 1 week.
Not just marriage. We're talking about even yes.
How can we use that to
promote tolerance,
unity?
Yes. What were they doing right that we can't seem to be doing outside?
And what we were doing, our parents did right that time, was that there was the fear of God in our hearts, in their hearts. But now we don't have the fear of God. And then there was this love regardless of where you come from. I'm from Plateau State. I know Igbo people that settled in Jos and married our ladies, and some their families are still in Jos. But now, when you come up to the East here, I've been in the East for quite some years. They will say, "Don't marry Igbo." No. Why? Because they say their lifestyle is different. But we always give examples that Mama Amaka married our Plateau man, and they live well. They said that was them. But you see, now, in the name of civilization, we have thrown away the love we have for each other. And there's no place of respect. Formerly, when we were growing up, the Yoruba people are known to be respectful. When they see an elder, they prostrate and greet. That, we were taught in secondary primary schools. And we see it practically. They also kneel down and greet. But now the reverse is the case. And why is the marriages now are not based on cultural values or church values? A boy will go and impregnate again and they start producing. That's a factory.
That's a factory.
Why would there be tolerance? Because they don't know the main duty of marriages. And parents don't talk about it. So unless we go back to our cultural values, we will continue missing it.
All right, Jonathan, thank you very much. We have to go on a break, but he says something. So go back to cultural values. So back then, it was promoted. Respect people. Doesn't matter where they're from. Respect them. Look, everywhere in the world, you're always going to have a bias. You're going to have some people who are going to be unfair towards you because of your background. But somehow, we've seen that it can work. Thank you for joining us in the conversations.
For more talk, news and sports, stay tuned to Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this.